My name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis of Russia versus Zambia. Yeah, this was a whitewash. But anyway, let's get into it. Yeah. Forgot to mute. Alright, so let's get into this. This is the first goal of the game. Cross into the box. Everything seems quite okay, even though there's a large gap appearing here. But yeah, there's a large gap appearing here because he has someone. He is in between two people, so not much danger here. Now let's get into this. Cross into the box. And okay, they defended well. Alright, so here's another situation where everyone is running towards goal. And then as we've seen here, there is an individual who is unmarked. He can see him, but he also realizes there's someone behind him. So in most situations, what happens is that the man over here will continue following him, not realizing there's someone behind him that can take this job so that he can focus towards the threat that is a person that is unmarked. Alright, as the player here runs down the line, remember the guy I told you about that's unmarked? He's now here in complete open space. The goalkeeper here is really paying attention to where the ball is going, and he's somewhat positioned well because he is moving about. And then boom, first time finish into the back of the net because at that point the keeper was moving towards the middle, and the player just took advantage of that. So this stems from boom, a simple straight ball that was played in behind. There is a player unmarked, and the unfortunate part is no one decides to pick him up. He was the most likely to pick him up, as I had mentioned, because there was someone behind him to take care of the player that he had to the side. This is why you do not leave a player in space, because they will most likely finish their chance, and he did it excellently. Simple. He didn't smash it. He just guided it into the goal. Boom. All right, let's head to the second goal. But was Zambia. All right. Another one. Cross into the box. Boom. Okay, these guys were very efficient with how they were scoring. Because look at this. Boom. He's running down the line again. I'm surprised they're still letting him run. Letting people run down the line, considering that's how they've conceded. This is a battle that was lost. This is a lost battle because he is ahead of him. And at this point, anything he'll do might result to a foul. And it's another situation whereby 1, 2, 3, 4 are on one side. Then let's draw a line on the post here. Then you have a 1, 2, 3 situation here. So we can somewhat say these two are marked. The two Russian players here are marked. But now the fact that they allow... So now the only problem is him, because he allows him to get past him. And since he's running into space, because here there's so much... This may not seem like a lot of space, but it actually is. Because you can take a shot, you can have a turn. There's so much you can do in this space. And as that lovely cross comes in, Wele. That's a lovely place to go, because I've seen many people take that ball over the net. Because look at it, a simple ball. And once again, I'm surprised they haven't put more players on that particular flank, because that's where the goal is. That's where the goal is somewhat conceded. And then we have about 4 players here. I don't know why they're in this particular region, because if we draw a line from the post going up, you have 4 players that are not doing that much. And then you have the other side of the pitch that is severely undermanned. And it's a good finish. Because, oh yeah, also the Zambian player, in an attempt to head it away, he actually gives it that little bit more height. Yeah, and that's a bounce finish, so nothing much the keeper could do. But I just like how he takes it into his stride. Yeah. Maybe if it doesn't take that touch, the goal doesn't get scored, but at that point he's a defender. I mean, you expect him to do that. Alright, let's head on to the next goal. Alright, so already there's a problem. This is a very big gap. This is a very, very big gap. So I don't know if someone has decided to move forward, leaving that space. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe it's him that's supposed to be in this back line, because This is too much of a gap. This is just too big. At least maybe if there was a person here, it could excuse it. But this is too big of a gap. There's someone that's supposed to be either here, or what he can do is tuck in, and then this guy can push onwards here. So at least you are following the person rather than just giving him that space. Because I'd rather prefer he moves back a bit and then he marks him, so that he can at least have more focus on, stopping this cross. Because at this point you know that there's a lot of space. There'll be a lot of space in this area that someone could exploit. Well, let's see what happens. And there's a lot of ball watching. Because as you can see here, he has the ball, right? He passes it. He doesn't even know there's someone behind him, because he was so fixated on the ball. Because he could have at least cut out the passing angle, or just forced him to make a much more difficult pass. But he gives him the easy pass. What I like is the touch, and like I've said, this is too much space. They gave him too much space. There should have been someone in the middle, or this player could have moved a bit backwards so that he covers the man rather than give him the space. It's a lovely touch. Turn and shoot. Okay, for me, I really like such type of goals. It's whereby it's mainly placement, because even just the way he traps it, and then that's a turn and shoot. It's not really a swivel. He turns, then he has to, there's a difference between like doing it in one motion and doing it in two motions. Here, it does it in two motions, but it still leads to a goal. Yeah, even he could have done a better job at just like cutting out the angle, but he gives him this space. On top of the space in between the next center back that's here, unfortunately you can't see him. Maybe you can see him in a few seconds. He should have at least moved a bit upward so that he can try and block this pass. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He was ball watching. The player here turns and shoots. Comfortable. A really well taken goal. It's a bit bubbly, but as long as it hits the back of the net. Goalkeeping mistake. He kicks it out and he gives it to the opposition. He makes the pass to his teammate, and then now once again a gigantic space where there is a player unmarked and who obviously take advantage of the situation. And here the Zambian player here, I can understand he's caught in between two minds. His focus is on him, and even if he marks the man behind him, he gives him ample space. If he marks him, the space goes to number 17. And it's not really the defender's fault, this is the goalkeeper's fault, because in the position that they were in, they were trying to move forward, so which means a lot of people committed to going upwards, leaving a lot of space. Look at that, and it's a simple finish. And also the goalkeeper positioning, I wonder why it's like that. Because I can understand, but I don't know why he chooses to be here. I feel he could have been... Oh, no, it's not right. I think he could have been somewhat more central, because this is way too... Like, this angle does it... Because if you look at... We can't even see the post. So which means that if he wanted, he could have curled this all the way in. He could have curled it all the way in. So the goalkeeper here is already... He should have just started backing up. Not really backing up, but just maybe somewhere here. So in case he passes it to him, he can rush out. But I feel this is just too forward of a position. I understand that he's made a mistake, but yeah, it should be a few yards back. Simple pass. And the fact they don't even try and put pressure, because like this is what I was saying. If that player wanted, he could have curled it into the corner, because of just look at how far he is. Is he even in line with his post? Let's get this 2 here. I love this 2. I don't think so. I don't think he's in line with his post. So that means he's very far away. And it's really a simple finish. Oh, yeah. It's a simple finish. Go. Because here, he has the ball here. I think there should be a bit more urgency from him. Yeah, there should be a bit more urgency. You cut out the pass, then you try to press. Then you move towards the band. Like making a curved run. He could have done that, but he didn't. That's the simplest goal he will ever score. And the goalkeeper positioning, maybe if it took a few yards back, and maybe would have made the jump. Such a simple goal to concede. Anyway, let's head on to the next goal. I think this goal came from a corner kick. I've just forgotten. Not corner kick, I mean throw in. But anyway, here, everything seems to be quite alright, except him. He is unmarked, and trust me, you do not want to take a risk to let someone shoot from the box. Because sometimes the person you least expect to shoot and score does those two things. But otherwise, maybe just a few men. Maybe he could have been more central somewhere here. Maybe him, so that they have some cover for their defense. But let's analyze this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's count the Russian players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Just wow, that's a lot of players. So you have all these players in the box, and yet they are unable to. Sorry, not really unable to, but you feel as if they're going to get outplayed. Because why is he following the ball? Because you can tell he's following the ball. He's looking at it. Maybe he's assuming a cross will come in, but I'd rather have him stand like the way he's standing. He is positioned correctly. He can see the ball, and if he turns his head, he can see the man, and he will still be in a position maybe to clear the ball or just prepare for a pass that will be cut inside here. He has to turn, which takes away time for him to pressure the ball or to at least attempt to intercept. Oh, he does actually intercept, but unfortunately, he did well. He did well, but unfortunately, it's one of those whereby he takes a bad touch. Because if he does take a good touch, there's Zambia, we would have actually had a good chance to be on the counter, because there are about 8 Russian players here. So I'm sure if you just pass it to a really quick person, he would have taken that. And then, yeah, he takes a shot. It's blocked again. So he covers for 2 mistakes. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I made my mistakes. Yeah, he can see it coming. Yeah, okay, I think this one here, he anticipated very well. So I did not speak of it in terms of anticipation. I just spoke to it in terms of structure, as in how you'd normally be placed. But since he anticipated it, this is very good anticipation. It's just that here, I think he wanted to play the ball into someone, but at that point, you trap it and maybe you just kick it out. Whatever he wanted to do here just didn't work out, but that's very good anticipation. And what I do like again, he anticipates correctly again. So this is actually very good defending. In terms of his anticipation, it's very good because he anticipated the pass, and then he also anticipated the shot, so he got the block. That's actually very good. So here he also tries to take a shot. I don't know if it gets deflected, but now here is where things get bad. So he misses the ball. The Russian player has the ball, right? There are about 4 Zambian, let's just say 3 Zambian players here, and he's actually blocking his goalkeeper's view here. Yeah, you can see the goalkeeper ducking down because he can't really see where the shot is. He was blocking him, but at least he went out to engage. So now the problem is he makes a slight tackle and he misses. And the reason why he misses is because the Russian player tricks him, because he puts his body as if he's going to try and maybe sprint or just like quickly move with the ball, but he doesn't. He just lets the ball go, and then he lets the Zambian player fall on himself, and then he finishes. Yeah, so it all starts from here. Here he anticipates well, but if he trapped it better, he would have had that. And then he would have probably done something with it. Then here he anticipates again. Number 2, he blocks the shot, and here he blocks the 3rd shot. So you know what? I will applaud that because he did the best he could do. He anticipated well. He blocked 3. He blocked the pass, and then he blocked 2 shots. But unfortunately, his teammates didn't cover for him. He tries to kick it out. At this point, I'll just rush to be in front of him so I can block him, because that wouldn't be a foul. And then here, early slide tackle. I think he hesitates because I think immediately he went down, he could have rushed. Yeah, he could have rushed, but just those few seconds, few seconds is the difference when you're in professional football. Those few seconds make a major difference. And yeah, He puts it into the back of, but yeah, that. Excellent. He goes down and yeah, that's a good goal. Otherwise, this was a lesson for Zambia. They got beat 5-0 away at Russia. And yeah, sometimes these things happen. But Zambia Kuchalo, at least we played an international game. We did not concede 11. Yeah, good match for Russia. But for Zambia, lots to learn about. Otherwise, that's been it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.